Oh gosh. Pyramid was so long. Hey everyone, I'm JoJo Siwa.
I'm Kendall.
I'm Chloe. I'm 22 years old, but you might remember me from when I was a baby.
Chloe.
That's gonna go in a shadow box right next to my pyramid picture.
I'm gonna make my own pyramid and I'm gonna be at the top of it and I'm gonna rank like everyone that comes into my house.
At the beginning of each week, I have kind of like a pyramid thing where everybody's always trying to get to the top of that. It goes on behavior, work ethic, attendance, have they followed all the rules? All of that goes into who's gonna be at the top of the pyramid and who's gonna get to compete the next weekend.
Pyramid was a crazy concept that, to this day, I never will fully understand.
She puts these kids in a pyramid. It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare for a child and an adult because we have to stand by and take it.
It was so unfair and it was so cruel. And the fact that most of the time we were judged because of our mom's behaviors.
First, I have Kendall. Kendall, I thought you did a nice job. You're here because your mother is way too needy.
Abby, that's ridiculous.
Paige.
Every single one of them were playing on the bus.
Next, Kalani.
She knocked this team down to make you guys look better and hand you your jacket.
Peyton, you were not the right replacement for this group.
Where's your loyalty? We have been loyal to her for 30 years. How many times have you said she doesn't want to do this?
Nia, that's you next. I'm sure she would have fought with me about that.
Get your act together and you stop telling lies.
You're punishing her for something I did.
Bingo! There you go. On the top of the pyramid, we have, for the first time in the history of the Avila Dance Company, JoJo.
No big fight. Pyramid was anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. If there was a big fight though, I mean, we would be there for 4 hours.
Well, if you're so good, you don't really need to be a part of the Avila Dance Company.
Can you put her picture back up? She deserves to be on the pyramid. She was in the group dance.
She deserves nothing.
It was dreadful.
So were you on the bottom of the pyramid a lot?
I mean, I had a permanent residency on the bottom of the pyramid.
JoJo, 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 JoJo. On the bottom of the pyramid, JoJo, JoJo, JoJo. You were fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like, I was the Britney Spears of Las Vegas on the bottom of the pyramid. It just kind of became a running joke. Gia would be like, all right, let's make a formation. I would just go to the back left corner. Like, I knew that's where I belonged. I knew that I was on the bottom. I never cared though. Like, if I was on the second row of the pyramid or even not last on the pyramid, I was like, it's gonna be a good week, guys.
JoJo, was a quiet week for you. I really didn't hear your mouth. That's a good thing.
And there's the pyramid, the if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry pyramid.
No crying children.
Well, if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry.
Get out.
There's the pyramid where Abby had the girls write a letter about me.
Sometimes she's very loud.
Lip sync when you're on stage. You're nice and a team player.
I mean, there was the one pyramid where I was on top.
On the top of the pyramid, we have, for the first time in the history of the Avila Dance Company, JoJo. JoJo, like, it was great that you had that shining moment and it was all about you, but for us, you don't really care who wins as long as they don't win.
Seriously. Can you just let JoJo have her moment?
And also sharing the top of the pyramid is Maddie.
I had to share the top, but I'm still on top. Remember our first pyramid at ALDC LA? That was really cool. First pyramid ever. First pyramid where Abby made fun of my headshot. First pyramid where she liked my headshot.
JoJo, you're on the bottom because you're not even on the team. We'll just move you over here. You're not part of it. Better headshot, though. Cute.
I think because I came into the pyramid knowing what it was like by watching it, I was more okay with it than other people were. I mean, the concept of the pyramid is absolutely whack when you think about it, but also, like, from a kid like me who's motivated by stuff like that, it was the best thing ever. For the first 2 weeks. Then once I realized I didn't give a shit, then it didn't do anything.
Oh my God!
I can't make myself.
In the bottom row, I have Paige and Brooke.
What has changed? Hair's grown a lot. That pose was definitely Abby's idea. Me and my sister always say we paid rent at the bottom of the pyramid.
Brooke, you're back, but is Brooke really back?
Is it weird to like be holding your pyramid picture?
Yes. I don't think I've ever held it before. It was always on the bottom of the pyramid.
Brooke, great performance, and then you forgot the ending, you didn't know what you were doing, and you just fizzled out. And on the top of the pyramid, Paige. Paige, your legs were straight, your feet were pointed, and you went out there and you won it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The fact that it was that monumental, we had to hug.
I think everybody in the room just wanted to like jump up and down for Paige. She has never been at the top of the pyramid, and she really deserves this.
I think that was the only time I was on the top of the pyramid. I feel great. Yeah.
I never had high hopes going into pyramid. We knew those first 2 spots were secured for me and her.
Yeah.
Although in this clip, Paige is at the top and Brooke's right behind her.
The Zigglers and the Highlands swapped. Yeah.
That was crazy. Somebody must have been on drugs that week or something.
I love seeing myself happy and feeling proud of myself because I feel like there's not a lot of moments like that on the show. I feel like I'm always crying or getting torn down by someone. I think this just taught me that I can do it. I think I never thought it was possible to be on the top of the pyramid. I think I was losing all confidence in that, but I was like, you know what, I won first and I actually can be on the top of the pyramid.
Great job given by Paige from Abby Lee.
I am excited to be here because we've never done this before. We just had like dance.
Thank you. You guys say crap about my kid all the time.
I'm sorry, she doesn't do that.
You're not out there, Kendall, so you don't know.
Excuse me, Abby, I am not allowing this woman to talk to my child like that.
Pyramid took all day. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. And it was hard being a 9-year-old, being judged by a pyramid that has never been heard of before and it was never done before. I think a lot of the times, the craziest pyramids were when people would walk through the door that we had no idea were coming.
What's our surprise? I'd like to know what our surprise is.
Laquifa!
There he is.
What's going on?
I don't even know who any of these people are.
Well, they're Abby's ultimate dancers.
Say hi, girls.
Hi, everyone.
I'm holding an open audition.
Kelly walks in the door, and I don't have time for that.
This is your surprise.
Hello.
Whether it was me coming back to the studio.
I'm in the middle of a rehearsal.
Right. You know what? Rehearse.
I cannot believe this.
Or the minis coming, or the elite team coming, or Abby ripping someone's picture off of the mirror.
No pyramid.
Those were the pyramids that stood out to me, or the time that I yelled at Ashley. That was definitely a big pyramid for me.
Abby, how do you really feel about moms who don't necessarily agree with the way the results went, automatically questioning?
Why don't you just stop? All you want is drama here. Why don't we just go on with pyramid?
We're talking about the trio.
I don't care.
You guys never once take into account that this kid has feelings too, ever.
Because everything out of your mouth is mean and hurtful.
You're just jealous that Brenna's had a better season than Kendall. It's all over social media. It doesn't.
Kendall, don't listen to her. It's not all over social media. Trust me, she's a fool. You're not allowed to speak or look at my child.
I wasn't talking to either of you. I was talking to Abby.
I'm not dealing with this.
I care about her feelings, but
So much that she has to tear down every kid to make hers feel good.
I have not torn down kids, Jill.
Yes, you do.
You're
Yes,
the one
you
who
do.
tears down kids every day. You guys say crap about my kid all the time.
I'm sorry, she doesn't do that.
You're not out there, Kendall, so you don't know.
Excuse me, Abby, I am not allowing this woman to talk to my child like that.
Wow. Kendall yelled at Ashley. Our kids are becoming like their mothers. And is that a really good thing?
Grow the up! I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Jill.
No, you can have her. Have her. Have fun. I'm leaving. I am so over this.
This is absolutely nuts.
But if I'm gonna be honest, they all blended and we were all just standing there like this.
I've been raising you for years now.
Okay.
But there comes that time when you're playing a role where you need to dig down deep and remember that I saw you become frail.
Everything was going in one ear and out the other.
Look, she's so up high. She's so up high. She's up top.
Beautiful.
Oh, you want it? You want it, Brian?
Why don't you be the adult and the leader and console them first?
You yelled at Paige and told her she was stupid.
I think the case in point is we know that you don't care.
Some kids are just special.
I actually remember not really caring about my place on Pyramid. Like on Pyramid Day, when we were on our way to the studio, I didn't sit there and fret over where I came on the pyramid, you know, or like what she was gonna say about me.
Chloe, time to face the music. You're not 7 anymore. I suggest you get in front of a mirror and you work on your confidence. 4th, not good enough. Chloe is suspended. So is her mother. Disappointment, deplorable. And I certainly don't think any of you work hard enough.
I think the only way that Chloe will ever make it to the top of the pyramid again is if she maybe reincarnates as Anna Pavlova.
Fights would break out during pyramids for sure.
First overall,
They go first in the preteen.
You are not gonna ruin her. You yelled at Paige and told her she was stupid. And I got these for free, and I got these for free.
It was really the only time we were very involved in the drama.
I heard your teacher say last week that your girls could learn from JoJo's confidence.
And all of you women stand here and you're cowards. I wasn't You're cowards.
We know that you don't care.
Some kids are just special.
You dangled a carrot in front of her and you just ripped it away. For what? For her daughter?
Usually the moms tried to keep it far away from us, and throughout the week, they would take it right to Abby and really encourage us to step out of the room so we weren't part of it and didn't hear the yelling. But Pyramid was the only time that they couldn't control that.
You should let them all three do hip hop.
Do whatever you want.
Oh my God. We almost had a normal pyramid without someone storming out.
I was just always interested in Pyramid because I wanted to learn what was coming next.
This week, the girls and I are in New York City.
Here we are, back in LA.
We're going to Star Power in Lancaster.
You know, I was so excited to learn what city we were traveling to, what competition we were going to, what dances we were going to learn, what was our next story, what was our next message, you know? So I didn't even really focus on the actual pyramid part of it, just kind of looking to what was coming.
Bottom of the pyramid, we have JoJo.
I've literally been on the bottom like every week.
She did the group dance. She did good.
Well, then we'll move her.
Oh, mama drama moments. God, I love all the mom fights. They all make me so happy. Obviously, I mean, all the big iconic fights.
I'm always seeing clips, funny clips, bad clips of my mom fighting. You know, it's just really hard to get away from.
Listen, I said, Brooke, is your mother
Get your finger out of my face!
I feel like I've just joked about it. I've laughed at it. I've recreated it a million times on social media.
No,
Did you just sit here and say that my daughter looks miserable, so maybe we should put Kalani in her place?
No, I never said that.
Yes, you most certainly
No,
did.
I didn't, dingbat. Listen, I said, Brooke, is your mother
Get your finger out of my face!
Wait, girls,
This was the fight that my mom got into with Abby that got physical.
Yeah, you would eat me.
There were always fights happening, and the details of the fight were kind of irrelevant to me, but it was seeing two of the most important people in my life at the time get in a physical altercation was just like eye-opening. I was like, I never thought it would get to this point, and it did.
And I think that's what sucks is that Abby wanted us to hate each other and go against each other. When we were friends, we didn't want that. We wanted to support each other and wanted the best for each other.
Out of the room. Out of the room. Now, out of the room.
She's crazy.
Out of you. No, I'm not crazy. You're eating my face. Gotta get out of the room. Girls,
I think I always knew that you were always on my side, and every time you were fighting, you were sticking up for us.
I don't know, I think people seen it different than I did. I mean, there was just a lot to lead up to it throughout the day.
But you guys are always secrets.
Because we don't trust you!
Find out! You know, people only see it for like 2 minutes on the show.
Knew you weren't fighting for fun.
No, it was definitely not for fun.
Did you just sit here and say that my daughter looks miserable, so maybe we should put Kalani in her place?
No, I never said that.
Yes, you most certainly did.
No, I didn't, dingbat. Listen.
The main reason for that fight that day was because I felt like they were trying to take Paige's big moment of having her duet with Chloe. Chloe and Paige waited 10 years to get this duet. And Abby went and got her ringer, which is Maddie, and Kalani, and had them do the duet against each other. That wasn't even my problem, was them doing the duet against them. It was that they lied about it.
Abby had an agenda, and do I think that agenda was correct? No.
Kelly, we don't want you to go. The girls, you guys don't want to go.
Obviously, she wants someone who has never danced here take both of my kids' place.
We just were super blindsided by the whole situation, and I think that that's what a lot of people don't understand, is we had not a single ounce of clue what we were walking into.
So I just want to know what we're getting into.
A bully for a teacher. Here's your costumes. Enjoy the dance.
They kept telling me too that they wanted out. They didn't want to be there anymore. They kept saying like, you're basically doing me a favor. So I guess you're welcome.
I just think the whole incident was ridiculous. I mean, it just was so blown out of proportion.
You want to have an ambulance come check you out? Or no. No?
My argument was over a duet. And I just wanted to leave. I didn't care that Kalani and Kira came. I just wanted out.
It was like scary to see as a kid and also so sad. And yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, I got to go. Bye forever. Abby and Dan's moms. Bye, peace out.
Kendall, you are back on probation.
That's ridiculous, Abby. What more do you want from her?
I knew when you would get into an argument with Abby, I knew you were protecting me, but I didn't understand why you did it, because Abby would take it out on me, and then I would get emotional.
Your shoulders are hunched. Your rib cage is open.
Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right?
No. She doesn't make the corrections.
So when I was younger, I was like, why? Like, Mom, don't come down here. Like, why are you coming down here? Please don't do this to me.
I know.
But now going back, being older, obviously I know what you were doing. You were protecting me like every mom should, and every mom did.
There's a lot of studios out there who would love what she does right. And you know what, Abby? We are going to one of those studios.
Kendall was on the bottom of the pyramid. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of Jill. If I would, she would be the one that's there. Learn something, Jill. You are on my last nerve.
I was furious with Abby. I pulled my daughter out of a loving, wonderful studio to bring her to Abby. And I expected Abby to be wonderful and loving to her too. And she wasn't. I don't even know why I'm here. You had nothing nice to say to her since the second we got here. You know what, Abby? She does a lot right. I was furious. I was done. It was time for us to go.
My mom said, I've had enough. We're gonna go to a different studio.
So I took Kendall. We ended up at Candy Apples. I really thought maybe it would be different up there. The grass isn't always greener on the other side.
And sometimes you have to learn things the hard way.
My music sucked. Kathy never even looked at the number. No one cares but me.
And unfortunately, we learned it the hard way.
Don't go away from me.
Don't you dare try and make my child look like that.
If Abby didn't like her situation, she put it on everybody else, which you can't do as a dance teacher, right? You can't put your emotions onto other children.
We also want to have the training that will back that up.
And you don't think you have the training to back that up thus far?
It's trying to bring the Pittsburgh, what we have in Pittsburgh, and making a balance and making everything work.
I don't like mommies playing dancing school. Get that straight.
Well, I've done it for 14 years, and that's why my child is the dancer she is.
No, give her a hug. She's hurting right now.
Abby knows she's wrong. What does she do? Starts bawling like a baby because she knows there's no other way out.
Abby, you have all this support in this room.
Don't go away from me.
We love you. This is crossing the line. Abby rejected JoJo, Kalani, and Nia.
Abby, I don't know why you would ask the other girls to walk away from you because they support you just as much.
The problem with Abby is if you don't agree with her or if you go against her in any way, she puts down your child thinking that hurts you. When it doesn't hurt me, it hurts the kid. That's not cool.
Don't point your finger at me.
Don't you dare try and make my child look like that.
In that moment, you were just fighting for me, and you're my mom that wants me to be the best dancer that I could possibly be.
Call Maddie B.
Go to hell. Go to hell.
Your kid would rather be with any other mother here than with you.
I feel like Abby just couldn't take the heat. She knew what she was doing was wrong, and the only power she had was to be mean to the kids. So her mentality of being a dance teacher is just very interesting sometimes. I think a lot of the experiences on the show that I learned is to not be like that as a dance teacher. I don't think that she was a bad dance teacher because I do think that I have learned a lot from her. I would never do that to my kids just because I think that it's cruel to treat children like that. But it did give me thick skin. It really did make me the person I am today.
My daughter is holding a national title and I will take it away in a minute. I pay for costumes and props and I don't get them. I've been here all day.
Let her run her number, Abby, then pick on her.
I think in big fights, no matter what, we were a family. Everybody was just a sister. All the moms were sisters, all the girls were sisters, and we were just a big family. A very crazy family, a little cuckoo family, but we were a family.